What's up, you guys? I'm Rachel DeMita, and welcome to the Courtside Club. We might have just witnessed the best display of basketball that us as NBA fans have ever seen. And I'm truly not trying to be dramatic right now. I know it is only day 2 of this NBA season, but if you were watching the Mavericks versus Spurs game last night, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Victor Wembanyama went off. He had 40 points, 15 rebounds, 3 blocks, and shot 77.4% in true shooting. Victor Wembanyama is a French basketball player. He's in his 3rd season in the NBA. He is only 21 years old, but his 2nd season was actually cut short due to a blood clot in his shoulder. And Victor took that very seriously. He said in interviews that he's not taking anything for granted, and he went to work this offseason. That has been one of the biggest storylines around Wemby leading up to this NBA season. He spent 10 days at a Shaolin temple in China where he studied and trained with monks. He wanted to put his mind and body under unusual stress, increase his range of motion, and add strength, flexibility, and balance. During his stay, Wemby woke up at 4:30 a.m. every day. He practiced Chan meditation, a school of thought that emphasizes direct experience over intellectual learning, as well as Shaolin Kung Fu. And fans were seeing all of these photos of him in China with these monks, and they're like, what does Wemby have up his sleeve? What is he doing? Well, on top of that, he was also training with NBA legend Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon is a 12-time NBA All-Star. He's won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year award in the same season. Remember that. And he was in the gym with Wemby during the offseason. Now, on top of that, fans were also saying, like, at this point, Wemby is just collecting Infinity Stones because Wemby was also seen training with Kevin Garnett. And Kevin Garnett is another NBA legend who was known for his mindset, his competitive edge, his trash talk, just being an absolute dog on the court. So many fans were anticipating Wemby's debut in his 3rd season, and he did not disappoint. So I actually want to show you guys here the highlights from last night's game. As Ryan Rucco said, the cosmic grace. Little step back 2-pointer there. Then you can see this huge block on Anthony Davis. And that was one of the most wild things about the night is he made Anthony Davis look like a role player. The one and only Anthony Davis just cooking him. A little give and go there. Dunk over the top of Derek Lively, who, by the way, is also a center. A little fadeaway jumper, one leg fadeaway jumper from the free throw line. This play right here just shut it down. This play just shut it down. The Spurs fans were taking over the Mavs arena last night. As you can see, there's a little floater there again over Anthony Davis. And that's the problem. This one was crazy. This one was, I have to pause it. I have to pause it because it's so insane. The thing that's insane about Victor Wembanyama is like his bag is so deep, and he proved that in game 1. It gets crazier as these highlights keep going on, you guys, but the little pump fake, the fact that you have to guard him from the 3-point line and then he can take you off the dribble, and then he went to the opposite side of the rim, double pumped, reverse dunk. It's insane. We continue. See, again, he's out here on the 3-point line. Tween, in and out, tween. And this is Anthony Davis. Spin around jumper, fade away, gets the and one. And this is also a theme. He blocked Cooper Flagg's shot right here. Grabs the rebound, full length of the court, no look pass to the corner. Champagny for 3. And that's the other thing too. His passing ability has also gotten better. He's getting his teammates involved. How do you guard that? This is the craziest sequence right here, you guys. Huge block. Now just watch this. Just watch this. Tween, in and out, crossover. Tween, behind the back, step back 3-pointer. And 1. I have to pause it again. That play right there, I feel like broke so many NBA fans' brains last night because what is that? What is that? What did we just witness? What is that? How do you guard that? And if he continues to do that throughout this entire season, you have somebody like Anthony Davis who's a good defender guarding him. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting hyped up again because it's like none of us have witnessed anything like this. Kick out to the 3, pump fake. Also, the thing is when he steps through to get to the bucket, his steps are just so long. He just travels so far. Again, there were so many dunks in this game. A lob, I mean, that's just nasty. And then this one is another crazy one. Spin, fade away from the corner behind the backboard long two. I mean, there's just no stopping that. There's just no stopping that. And that's the thing also. The Spurs were so fun to watch last night. They turned into Lob City. It wasn't just Wemby who was dunking. Stephon Castle had some nasty ones. Devin Vassell had some nasty ones. This Spurs team with the young core that they have is going to be so much fun to watch. Just showing you guys this here, if you haven't watched Victor Wembanyama play, this is somebody who was turning into a Showtime NBA player. There were Wemvp chants already. And I would say just after this game, he's already in the MVP discussion. I can't wait to see him go up against somebody like Nikola Jokic, go up against someone like Giannis Antetokounmpo. I've actually done Spurs Media Day for the past 3 years. And just this year, when I was interviewing Wemby, I asked him who was the toughest person to go up against, and he said Giannis. So I am excited to see what that matchup is going to be like this year. We're witnessing an archetype of basketball player that we have never seen before. Victor is listed at 7'4", and that was another thing actually from Spurs Media Day. So I've done it for the past 3 years, and every year I take a picture with Wemby, and I posted all 3 of them on my TikTok this year, and it kind of went viral because people were saying like, he definitely grew. He looks so much different. And whether he grew or not, I don't know. I've always thought that he was listed at 7'3". I've always thought that he looked taller than 7'3" in my personal opinion, but they have him listed at 7'4" this year, which is an inch taller than he was last year. But you've just never seen a guy who was over 7 foot be able to handle the ball like he is, behind the back, spin move, fadeaway jumper, fadeaway 3-point shots to an and one. It's just when your bag is that deep and you're also that tall, it's kind of like a cheat code. Something else I learned at Media Day, because I was asking the other players on his team, like, what's a funny Wemby story? And one of the guys talked about last season, actually, when he was having a conversation with Chris Paul, and he was just standing there and he had his hand just like resting on the rim. And Chris Paul, like, a few minutes went by and he said, "Are you just like hanging out on the rim?" That is how tall and that is the wingspan of Victor Wembanyama. And then on top of that, he has worked so hard to develop his bag into what it is. We might be witnessing the new face of the NBA. And Victor even said in his post-game presser that there is still a lot more that he wants to work on. I also thought this post was interesting. Somebody posted, "America no longer runs this sport." And they showed the statistics from opening night. Luka with 43 and 12, Victor with 40 and 15, Giannis with 37 and 14, and then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 35, 5 and 5. And all of these players are not American players. Now, there was a lot of hype behind Wemby before he even came into the league. I remember the NBA was broadcasting his French basketball games on the NBA app the year before Victor declared for the NBA draft. So with all of that, you guys, you just have to give credit where credit is due. I know a lot of you guys even came to my channel because you're fans of Caitlin Clark. If you're a fan of Caitlin Clark, you can definitely become a fan of Victor Wembanyama as well, because if you just want exciting basketball, we are seeing that. So hopefully he can stay healthy. This Spurs team is going to be so much fun to watch this season. I will definitely keep you guys posted. So I know it's only day 2 of the NBA season, but do you guys think that Wemby could win MVP this season? Do you think that he could also win Defensive Player of the Year this season, just like Hakeem Olajuwon did? Which, by the way, the only 3 players in NBA history to win both of those awards in the same year is Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Could Wemby follow in those footsteps? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, click that little subscribe button because we upload new videos every single week. And with that, you guys, I'll see you next time. Ooh, yeah, nah.